Hmm. God, man. These episodes, they were just sheer poetry, man.
Christian, they were very good.
This was, because I told you, right? Like I remembered some details about the ending, but it's been so long that I was more or less experiencing this, not for the first time, but very close to the first time. And my God, there's so much was done, and it was done so well. Now, granted,
It was beautifully.
it was done absolutely beautifully. Like, oh my God, dude! Every episode, the way this circle completed itself, man, this is so much talent. Like, to write this, oh my God. Now, to be fair, there is Steins Gate 0, which I think answers some things that were not fully answered. Like the whole thing with Mayuri 72 million years ago. I don't think, unless you've come to some conclusion that I haven't with that, I believe that would get addressed in Steins Gate 0, which is the sequel to this one.
Yeah, I don't think that possibility, that world line, will exist anymore.
Oh, that's true too. That is true too. But I mean, there's still like the details of how somebody would have gone that far back as well, though.
Well, So, from what we saw in season 1, which I think between episode 12 to like 16 probably, he's chasing after keeping her alive, but he does it over and over for the same day. I don't know what could have happened that led to her chasing him across world line. The only thing I can think of is him getting lost from time traveling so much, or dimension traveling so much, that she is now on the lookout for the original one. Because like you mentioned, and they beautifully brought up in these 3 episodes we're going to mention, what happens to the Okarin and the world lines that he leaves or he jumps into. Yeah, I don't think that future is
And that's also an open question that wait, I don't know if you said that I brought it up too, but yeah, in the previous episodes we did talk about that.
Yeah.
I love how they almost verbatim had Makise say it here, which was fucking cool. Because when I brought that up, it wasn't because I knew it was going to be brought up that accurately later on.
Before I get into this, and we do, people give folks flowers when they're dead. Christian, I'm going to give you flowers right now. There's a set of standards that I fucking expect you to either like uphold or like fall within when it comes to recommendations. And Frieren and Steins Gate literally just knocked him right out of the fucking park. Vinland was great too. Attack on Titan was amazing.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Hunter.
But I'm very recency biased, right? I'm a fucking prisoner of the moment. So for that reason, this is the freshest in my head. And this has been a fucking masterpiece. Just, why isn't this spoken about more? Again, I'm not big in the anime community. I don't know how famous Steins Gate is in there. Because I hear people talk about Jujutsu Kaisen or fucking, what's the one?
Leveling.
Demon Slayer. So yeah, I don't hear any Steins Gate talk. It's like,
well, I mean,
this is, also, you said it's old, right? Like 2010 or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's because there's a site. It's called My Anime List. For a long time, that was probably the source that people would cite when it comes to like any kind of official anime ranking, because it was very community based. It was made up of very hardcore anime enthusiasts. Yeah. And Steins Gate was very high in that list. Like, it was for many years, probably still is up there. Because I think, actually, there's an anime called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood that must have been well over a decade. It was the #1 anime in that site, but then Frieren came out and then it overtook Full Metal Alchemist on that site. But Steins Gate, definitely, I think it was well within like the top 10 of that list. And this is a list that has persisted since like, probably, it must have been as early as like 2007, as far as like animes. So I think that might be how I even found out about Steins Gate in the first place. Because I was looking at that list and I was trying to see like, what are the animes that are worth watching? And yeah, so Steins Gate, it's similar to how Hunter x Hunter is not really brought up as much. I mean, it's still brought up these days.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Yeah, but Attack on Titan, that's an incredible show.
Right.
But even now, like, it's been maybe a year or so, and people are looking towards the next big animes. So it's like giants overtake giants, basically. Mm-hmm. That's what's happening. And Steins Gate is for sure a giant. in the storytelling world of anime.
No, it's beautiful, and I can see how it can be niche too at the same time.
And also,
Yeah.
this is just a thought that I have, but a lot of people, I don't know if it's how common knowledge it is that the English dub for Steins Gate is amazing. Because if you watch this in Japanese, the tone is different, and like I mentioned before, it is harder to keep up with the nuances of the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen to how Okabe sounds in Japanese, his voice is very serious. Do you remember Crollo from Hunter x Hunter?
Who was Crollo in Hunter x Hunter?
He was the leader of the Phantom Troop.
Oh, okay. The shortest
The guy
guy.
with
No,
like
that's Phantom.
no, he had a purple robe, and he had like a necklace that was a cross. And
Okay,
he always
yes.
carried a Bible, I think.
Yeah,
Or
I
not a
remember.
Bible, but a book.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, do you remember his voice?
He wore a coat, right?
He wore a coat, yeah. And
Mhm.
Hisoka wanted to fight him.
Right.
Do you remember his voice?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Okay, can you picture how he would sound very dark and mysterious and almost evil?
Sure.
That the same voice actor for Prolo is the same voice actor for Okabe in Steins Gate.
Really?
Yeah, that's his voice. So in Japanese, he sounds a lot more intense. In English,
Yeah.
he sounds a lot more comedic, which I think
Right.
fits his character way better
That makes
than the
sense. Yeah.
seriousness. Yeah. And Makise, I believe she sounds a little more quiet, a little more docile. I could be wrong. Yeah, so I don't know if because I think the best experience as English watchers is the English dub. I don't know if that held true for a lot of people who experienced Steins Gate for the first time. So that could also, it's not a huge factor that would determine whether or not it stays popular, but it could be a factor that people kind of have somewhat different experiences. I don't know,
Okay.
but it still stands the test of time.
No, it was amazing. This this was a long intro, but it.
No, it's not an
actually
intro. It's just
go
part of
on.
the conversation.
Right. I was gonna say this could even go on because I really enjoy this show. It's like
Yeah.
wow, this has all the things that I like. Sci-fi, time travel, but time traveling done well. Time traveling explained.
Yeah, and it has elements from all your from Predestination too.
It has a ton of elements from Predestination. Like episode 24 was literally watching Predestination. Like just meeting your past self and you actually causing this thing because you killed her. Like you actually
Yeah.
impregnated you. So,
Okay, that's not Steins Gate. That's a
that's Predestination. Yeah, you delivered you on your doorstep, and then you ended up impregnating you, just so you can end up. that's Predestination. Just so you can end up meeting you at a bar, and talk about your life with a younger version of you who's about to repeat all those mistakes. Just, no,
you
mind
see
bender.
the way his future self, like just the way that happened. A video. Oh, okay, hold on, maybe because that's a whole thing. that we
What's the
talk
whole
about.
thing? What do you mean?
When he sees his future self. at the
Yeah,
front.
yeah. The end of episode 23. This is one of the best motivational speeches I've ever heard in my life. Like just
Yeah.
any realm.
His back was
Anime, TV show,
turned to the
movies.
camera.
Yeah,
The music, and how he becomes this organization that he's been talking about throughout the entire show. He gives off the future him gives off the impression of being the head of an organization, and he's
Yeah.
distilling a mission to his past self, and he always pretends to be on missions throughout the show.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good God, bro. Good
No,
God.
no.
Good fucking God. It's so good.
And the way he acknowledged her death too, like saying that I did not tear up over her would be an understatement. I'm paraphrasing. He says something along those lines. I know this is hard, but you need to channel this, man. And another thing, he never lost that part of himself because what did we see, right? Like we saw a creeping erosion, which I mentioned. Yeah, like he was losing his goofiness, his childish behavior. That's not childish. No, it's not immature. This is him. Like his persona is very like comical. He was losing that essence, and it was nice for him to see. Although future him went through, mind you, it hasn't happened yet, right? Meaning he hasn't saved the world yet to change the future. It's meaning this is a grim future for his future self. Yet he's still, like he says, after all these years, I've still maintained this cloak and dagger. What is it? I never lost the. I never
and
grow
Dagger
out
Act.
of the cloak and dagger act, right? As in he's still himself, even through all the grief, through all of that. Because in his future self, like I already mentioned, he didn't save Makise yet. That's his future self assigning his past self that assignment to hopefully change his future self to be lighter.
It's his future self in
yeah.
a World War III time.
Yes,
too.
yes. No, it's this was done well.
So
Like,
that's also that's cool because the very first world line where we saw like episode 1, that was the world line that was heading towards World War III. And then,
Because he sent the text, the email.
right, because his future self was like, you got that video, you could only view it once you were the other version of you coming back to the Alpha world line where World War III was going to happen.
That's why
That
the
makes
video
sense.
didn't work in the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that very first episode, they were heading towards World War III.
Yes, because Mayuri lost the Metal Oompa. He got the text from her
Exactly.
as he was sitting in Dr.
Exactly.
Nakabashi's. And Predestination. Wait, no, fuck it. I'm done with the Predestination shit. Anyone want to watch it? It's a fucking sick movie. But yeah, let's stick to this. I like that all of the details fall perfectly. Like, why did Makise pull him out in episode 1 and say, hey, you look like you were trying to tell me something back there? Because in the first
Yup.
attempt that he failed, he was trying to tell her something, but he froze because he's like, I can't take it. This is too much.
And I love how there was two meanings to the scream, too. It's a double meaning.
Which
First
scream?
one, like that scream when he like, okay, so the first scream is because that was the first time he realized that he was the one who killed Makise. And then the second scream was him, like, he stuck his hand in his stomach to draw out the blood. That's the second scream. But they're both the same scream. They occupy the same space and paint the same picture to the original Okarin, or the Okabe. But there's a double meaning there. It's so fucking cool, man. It's so, how do you think of this? How do you keep this straight in your head? From episode 1? Because, like, you have to know where the story's going.
Watch it. You watch it. Wait, I know I'm not belittling the writer or writers.
You better watch your mouth. You don't just
Yeah.
fucking do what?
No, what I'm saying,
No.
you watch it.
No, you struggle for hours on end. You dedicate yourself to the craft of writing. Yeah, you do a lot more than watch it.
No, yeah, to have the pieces fall perfectly, to overlap, not even overlap, to be exact. Yes. There's just a lot of like attention to detail that goes into that. That is true.
Hell
And
yeah.
They did that very nicely. It's this was very good. As far as finales go, this is 2 for 2. Freeman's finale was sick too. This is sick too.
Yeah, you better
this was
follow it
sick.
up.
The who's
Sorry,
Wow.
you better not disappoint me.
it's a hard life, Christian. I never disappoint. It's a hard life. But something else too, the reoccurring theme. Okay, we're jumping, right? 22, 23, 24. The reoccurring theme of sacrifice, of selflessness, especially from the women in this show, Christian. Like, if we do a recap, Suzuha's sacrifice, knowing, okay, I'll never meet my dad, but it's fine. Go back and undo me leaving earlier. I'll never know who my dad was. That was her sacrifice. Like, please undo what you did to have me stay so I can actually complete my mission. She did. Like, Rukako's sacrifice. Like, I know I'm in a body that I don't even feel myself in this masculine body because I am meant to be a girl. But if that's what it takes to save Mayuri, it is what it is. Let's do it. And then the biggest one of them all, actually no, the second biggest one of them all, Farrah's sacrifice. Like, you've shown me what it is like to live with my dad. Like, a gap that has been fucking a void that I've had to live with for years. I finally have him back. You can take him back so Mayuri can live. And then the ultimate one, Makise, it's fine. You can go back. I'll die so Mayuri can live. The amount of sacrifices that these women have done in this show is just, like, it is just remarkable. And of course, Okabe sacrifices too. Like having to take on all these losses, having to go back, having to damn near, like, committed suicide. Which, for the sake of the show, like, I'm okay with how it ended, but I also would not have been upset if he died. I would not have been upset if his sacrifice was his future self dying that day with his blood, so his past self can think Makise's dead. But then again, it wouldn't have worked, because he would have never met Makise and have the memories that he'd had, like, his future self instructed him to. But, no, they bodied
Plus,
that.
We never would have known if him dying, because he's the one with the reading Steiner.
Yeah.
So if him dying still causes a world where some tragedy happens.
Yeah, that is
'Cause
true.
we don't know.
But also, Christian, don't you think the other members reading Steiners are stronger? I'll let you answer, then I'll say why I said what I said. Do you
I think that they're stronger. What do you mean stronger?
they're reading Steiner's ability, the other members? Because the reason Okabe can remember, Okabe is the one doing the jumping, the time jumping, or the world line jumping. The other members who are not even jumping have memories of those other timelines. Like, they're not in control. They're passengers on this ride that he's bringing us on. Yet they remember. Like, do you think if he was a passenger and Makise was the one putting on the helmet not the helmet, the headphone on to do these dimension jumps, do you think Okabe would have remembered the way Mayuri can remember other universes, the way Makise remembered at the end, I'm not your assistant? Like, they're flashes, right? They snap back and forth, the little memories they have to fill in their roles, their memories from different world lines. But the fact that they still can, and they're not even the main, like, world jumper. Do you get what I'm saying? If it's making sense.
You're saying if one of them were to send the text instead, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying, don't you think their reading Steiner's ability is equally, if not stronger, than Okabe is reading Steiner because Okabe is the one
No.
that's. Oh, okay.
No, as
I know.
equally or as stronger. No, because no, he's the one. I mean, because they have. He even said it in episode 24 that we all have like a reading Steiner ability to a degree, but
Right.
he's the only one who is fully aware of every world line shift, every previous world, every future world. He's the only one who can remember it.
Because he's the one that's.
'Cause
He's
he
the one that
has-
puts the headset on. He's the one that does the world line
No.
jumping.
No, because you remember when he was a kid, that was the first time that he did the world line shift. So like, I think you're thinking that this act of sending the text is like the act of whoever sends the text is the one who's teleporting world lines. I think we talked about that at some point too. That was an open question back then, but it's not like whoever presses send is the one that goes back in time. It's whenever a text is sent, Okabe feels it. He's the one who's feeling the world line shift.
Right.
So whoever sends the text, they're not switching world lines. It's only Okabe.
I understand that they're not switching, but I can't word this correctly. As in, for the effect to be so strong that Mayuri and Makise and is it just those two and Rukuko to still remember, or Ferris, I remember a world line without my dad. Like Okabe is the one that is supposed to have these memories, right? But for these other characters to also have memories of world lines that he've left and created new ones. I'm not trying to like compare these folks at all, but I'm just saying like, to me it shows that they're reading Steiner's ability, although from side characters. They're all mains, but he's the mainest.
But you did say that you thinking that their ability to remember were on par or stronger than Okabe, which is yeah, I definitely would not say stronger because remember too that their memory of these things are fuzzy. Like to Mayuri, it's like almost dreamy, and same with Makise, same with Ferris, same with Ruka. These are very fuzzy memories.
I take that all back. I see. Yeah. Because that's even why they identify him in episode 2 or 3 when he was talking to John Cedar / Suzuha, because he's the only one that actually can fully remember these things as they go from world lines to world lines. Like he has all his memories. Yeah, he's the anomaly. That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This was good while it lasted. But yeah, it's no, this was good, man. This was good. Now, episode 22 and episode man, their last day, bro, and he really is him. She's like, all right, let's, the fucking. Also, I like that they have her wrap her desire to fucking make out with him scientifically. That was so sick. That was sick, actually. These are the girls you gotta worry about, Christian. I said, no, I'm not a freak. It's for science, It's just the frontal lobe for me to remember it. Like, it's best if we kiss. And of course, no homeboysness. It's not his first time at the rodeo. He's like, I didn't feel that one. Let's try again. And the way she's trying to have us believe that she's not out here deep into this man's lips, trying to bring up Isaac Newton. Oh, Newton got it right with the laws of, again, like the show, the way it's written, that is her character. Like, she's extremely, like, her way of thinking. That's why it matches hers to the point where he was saying, no one is going to understand me like you do or think the way that I think. So it's nice that she's giving a scientific explanation to what is happening right now. How people say, when you stare at someone in the eyes, like when you meet your soulmate, like time stops. But instead of saying that, she fucking correlates it to the laws of, which laws, Christian? Attraction?
Relativity.
Not attraction. Relativity, yes. It's fucking, it was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful, man.
And it's great how because when she's talking about the law of relativity, she says, "Damn you, Einstein! You're like interfering with our kiss. Time is passing so quickly." He was right that the passage of time depends entirely on where you're standing. And then she says, relativity theory, it's so romantic, but just so tragic too. Romantic is not the word that typically comes to mind when you think of relativity theory. But I love how
That's how she,
a show that's very much based in science
Science.
is having a romantic scene, and
Yeah.
they're saying that the theory of relativity can greatly complement the idea of romance. Like, good bro, what the?
No,
Oh
that's
my
like,
god!
It's beautiful. It's
Fucking
it's
hell.
beautiful. But that's their lingo. Like that was like
shit.
poetry to my ears. Actually, I'm not even that deep into science, but I was like, wow, that's
Holy
that's
shit.
beautifully done. There's a
God.
shoot. There's a scene in No Strings Attached, which is not even that good. It's not a bad movie. Someone that says, Jesus Christ, I'm pretty sure when I find it. Oof. It's like you make my heart skip a beat, but she said it in nursing terms. By nursing terms, I mean I'll find it when I find it. But yeah, that scene was beautiful.
Incredible. And it kept going too. Like after the kiss, they're saying goodbye, and like it's just they're she's about to leave. She has her suitcase, and she she makes a callback to the Coca-Cola bottle that he told her to get him. He told her to get him, and she never did. She got it for him. She throws the bottle. She whispers something, and then she leaves so that he doesn't have to see her go. God, I love stuff like that, man. Like you remember? I don't know if this would be in the same category. Oh wait, did you see this? Yeah. Because you saw ReZero season 2. ReZero season 2 spoilers, slight ones. You probably don't even remember. Okay, for anyone who okay, this is for whoever watched ReZero. In season 2, there's a scene at the very beginning when Subaru is about to cry in front of Emilia, and he's like, "Emilia, can you do me a favor? I'm about to cry. Can you turn around? Because I don't want you to see it." And then he starts crying, and she gives him a second, and she has her eyes closed, and then she goes up behind him and then gives him a hug, but her eyes are still closed, so she's not looking at him. Okay, you remember? Yeah. I don't. I don't know.
It's yeah, it was beautiful, but I found it anyway. Not anyway. Natalie Portman, Christian, which we did the Black Swan on, she tells Ashton Kutcher, "You give me premature ventricular contractions." She's a nurse or a doctor, and then he's like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "It's a medical term for you make my heart skip a beat." So like having Makise like explain like her experience kissing Okabe through the lenses of Isaac Newton's law. Is it Isaac Newton? Because I don't know any of these folks. Is that the law?
Albert Einstein.
Albert, sure it is. Some great white man.
You know,
yeah.
I actually that's one on my reading list to read his theory of relativity. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what's in it.
It's
there's a book you can read. Yeah.
There's a book you can read. Okay.
Like it's not just like a bunch of mathematical formulas. Well, I mean, I don't. It's like it's a proper book, but it's not like a bunch of just math equations. I think that's what a lot of people think of the theory of relativity. Which, to be fair, it is, but it's in book form.
No, I hear you. That does sound like it'll be a good read for you. I know you're things that fascinates you or stimulate you mentally.
I mean, it fascinates you too. I mean, we talked about quantum physics with the
I know, right? Dark matter.
Dark matter.
Superposition. Crazy shit.
What superposition? You remember?
Isn't it the body being in a state where he brought up Schrodinger's cat, where the cat might have been in superposition because it's either dead or alive?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
silence. It's like
that's
one of the most disrespectful silences.
No. It's just I thought you were. I was waiting for you to like continue, but I don't know if you were gonna like cut it there.
Christian, I'm sick of going through this. All right.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm about to just start speaking different languages. I'm fucking trilingual. You know, like I can fucking. it is what it is. So what the fuck you want to say?
No.
But anyway, done with this shit.
Okay, well, real quick. Anyone who's curious, superposition. That's when something exists in a state where all possible states are happening at the same time. That's when something is in superposition.
And that's from Dark Matter, which we reacted to. Christian.
Yeah.
We're only in episode 22.
We've been jumping. We have been jumping. Coming in a lot of ground.
The pain, Christian? Okay, I'm gonna be done with 22 as we're jumping, right? Not only
we keep jumping at this point because we're
sure. Not only this man is hurting because he's about to let her go. He channels mustered whatever's left that can resemble some sort of pep talk, courage like Ohin Kiyoma like speech to deliver, which I'm drawing a blank here for names, which Daru and Mayuri sees through. Did you see the reaction? I'm talking about the speech to leave Makise's world before.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, this is, bro, we're not, yeah, you're hurt. Like, bro, it's, you're actually in pain. Like,
yeah, Mayuri for sure saw through it. Daru, I don't know, because at this stage, these outbursts are very Okarin.
Yes.
But Mayuri is the one who's remembering all the deaths that have happened, because she was like, "It's okay. I know the bad things aren't going to happen to me anymore. You don't have to pretend for me." No,
that's after. She tells him that after the jump. I'm talking before.
Well, are you talking about when he says goodbye to Makise, and then that like right after that, like when he travels back after saying goodbye?
He doesn't travel back. No, he says goodbye to her. Well, he doesn't say goodbye. Like you mentioned, she threw the Dr. Pepper and then she runs off, so he doesn't see her leave. He goes upstairs to tell Daru. Daru's like, "Great, I found the D-mail. This is it. When you told me Makise is dead, I just got to undo this." And he's like, "Okay." Hear me, soldiers. And he's like, to the fallen soldiers, I promise I will never forget you. All
Oh,
of
you're
this.
talking about that speech. Oh, I thought you were.
Yes,
okay.
before he hits Sin, and he's there's tears in his eyes, and it's just and Daru's frozen, and Mayuri's like, holy shit, this is real. And to make this to add more salt to the wound, as he hit enter, but you know once he hit enter, there's the friction takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Makise jumps in the fucking room, bro.
That one hurt. That
Oh,
one hurt.
Jesus.
That hurt to see.
My boy don't have time to transition. Like, you know how hard it is to transition word lines with a fucking heartbreak in a way? Because this is heart wrenching. Because you know you're leaving. Like, we can't turn back. I can't reset this shit to listen to the rest of your speech. But she's like, how could you have known,
Go.
bro?
And they just dug the knife with that music too. Ooh.
And his face when he transitioned back to the original world line, they show you his face, bro. Yo, Jesus. And he's trying again to give him another pep talk, and that's when Mayuri's like, bro, chill.
Yeah,
okay.
that was the one that I was like, damn. Not because now I was thinking about how okay. You use this word so much, it feels like I can't even use it anymore. But how tragic it feels for them to witness this, because at that point they could just
Nothing's
chalk it up to
happened.
delusion, or like
Yeah,
at least
'cause what do you-
Daru.
Right, because
Yeah,
nothing's
like-
happened. We're back to the original world line. Like, nothing has happened. We're just chilling on the couch here. What the fuck are you giving us a speech for?
Yeah, so it's like I'm trying to think of why this is so incredible, or not trying to think. I'm trying to like put the words to it. Like in the beginning, we knew they were on the cusp of time travel. So like, and we knew this this act of his, the organization, the alter ego. We knew it was like he was playing it up. It was a playful thing. It was not real. He was just some guy who was quirky. But now, after everything that's happened, it's real. The things that he's talking about is real. And to him, it's no longer a joke. Like if he like the idea of time travel and these very crazy, just wild scientific ideas. To him now, it is real. But to them, it's like, okay, this is just another day of Okarin. And like that, that could cause somebody to go crazy. Like that could truly, if you talk to somebody who was truly, deeply, mentally lost, they could tell you things like, I traveled back in time, or I'm like from a different world, and I'm here to meet you or whatever. I've seen videos of people who are actually, I mean, for all we know, they are mentally ill. They could be actual time travelers. Who knows? But like, just the fact that he is now in a similar scenario to people who are actually crazy, but he has actually experienced these things. You get what I'm saying? Like this could be, if this was like a really dark story, we could have just seen the psychological craziness of an insane person. Like none of that time travel stuff ever happened. They just imagined that it did. And like that could have been the direction that the story was taken. I really prefer this direction that they're doing it. But I'm just saying that this could happen in the real world, where somebody could be so crazy that they just fantasize that all these things happen to them, and they're convinced that they've actually time traveled. It's just I like how this is all laid out. That he really does sound crazy, because he's always come off as crazy, but he's not crazy. It's sick. It's fucking sick.
It is. It is just amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
They survived Ragnarok.
This was. Jesus Christ.
And then
Right, just when you think,
after credits.
are we done? And they're like, no, here's
That's
more.
why I'm sad that you didn't watch the after credits, because you
did not
probably
watch the
just but you started the next episode immediately without watching the
did.
outro song.
Like most folks.
Nope.
Without watching those songs that you ever do. Your jabs are always just ready to I just keep getting stabbed.
That was that was like a fucking
Person?
a little flick. What do you jab?
Once we have a fan base strong enough, I'm gonna have people start signing petitions of like free Pierre or something, or just stop the abuse on Pierre.
Free Pierre. Here.
Free Pierre.
Free Christian.
Free Christian. Yes, I didn't watch it. And Christian's like, yo, there's an unseen credit. Yeah, which I did end up watching, which is kind of sick. Yes, homegirl calls. Because this is a different word line. This is not the word line for Suzuha that got to live with them. So Daru doesn't know that is. Suzuha doesn't even know that is. She doesn't have a relationship with Daru like that. Because only Okarin remembers when they met her, and it was her fucking time machine that was a crashed satellite. And he's like, hey, I'm your daughter. Can you pass Okabe the phone, please? It's like, bro, I'm from year 2036. What is it with her in that year 2036? Like, the fuck?
Oh well, that's because Daru gives birth to Suzuha. Sounds like within the next like 8 years.
7 years.
So yeah, that's like when she's mature enough to do things.
No, he gives birth to her, but she came back from year 2036.
Right.
Before.
That's like, yeah, like because she's probably like in her 20s then. So like that's when she can do things. Like it wouldn't be 2015 or like 2025 because
No, I'm talking about exactly at that year. As in, maybe exactly at that year is when the time machine is ready to make that jump back. Maybe exactly at that year is when she finally gets instructions to go back, because it's always have instructions, right? What was her previous instruction the last time we saw her 10 to 15 episodes ago? I was instructed to bring you the IBN 5100. I'm from year 2036. Now, I was instructed to come back. I'm from 2036 to prevent World War III for you to save Makise. It's almost like the instruction she's giving, her mission, starts in 2036 when shit's bad. Either Stern is taking over, it's a very dystopian society, or World War III is happening, millions of people are dying. But on year 2036, I've been instructed by someone to do this or that, so I'm calling, I'm coming. That's what I mean by that. Not her age to do it. I'm talking about that year specifically. You understand what I just said?
yeah.
Cool. But regardless, it's sick, man. It's fucking sick. Just, episode 23. What an episode. Chicken or the egg, Christian. Predestination. He stabbed her, bro. Man. Dr. Nakabachi. You know what, man? Do you remember when we discussed this a while back? I was like a dad to get to this level because his daughter is challenging him. Instead of seeing that as like playful competition within the family to push me to be a better scientist and to push like her to, learn more as we can create this strong father-daughter scientific dynasty shit. Like remember how I said it was kind of off how a dad would get, his ego would take such a crazy place where it would sever his relationship with his daughter and it's like, can't even repair it. Do you remember when I said that? Or do you not at all? I say a bunch of things on this podcast.
I remember nothing that you said.
It is what it is, Christian.
It goes in one out,
Nope.
in one ear, out the other.
I'm glad it even goes in one ear. I used to think I'm just muted on your end. Hey, at least it travels from one frontal lobe to another, or whatever it is. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, homeboy's just fucking a waste of sperm. Like her mom should have fucking kept her legs closed. Like her dad should have wore a condom. Like guys like Nakabachi should not exist. But anyway, this is not even what this anime is about.
See how cool it is though that again, no character wasted. Every single character, even this one-off guy from the episode 1, who you think is insignificant this whole time, he becomes one of the biggest moving pieces in this entire show. Wild. Him and Mr. Braun, like
Mr. Braun.
Yeah, they are some of the craziest plot twists in this.
And except for the relation, like, oh, that's your daughter, I don't see a plot twist. The dude was always a poser. This is why Okarin identified him in episode 1. Was like, bitch, this has John Teeter all over it. But the relation, yes, I didn't see that coming. I didn't know he was daddy to her. But I didn't know. It was insane. Crazy pick. Yeah, go ahead. Let me hype up over here.
Yeah. No, I mean, were you gonna say more about Nakabachi? Because I was gonna say something about Okabe.
You go ahead, dude. Okabe. We don't need to talk about this waste, man.
He's not worthy of the screen time. Steins Gate. The word Steins Gate. I like how now it's like this ideal Eden world line where everything
Vinland.
is ideal. It's Vinland. Yeah, exactly. And how his future self. First, he gives when his future self is talking to Okabe in that video. First, he brings up a term that has meaning. He says the time machine's model is type C204. I don't have to tell you what the C stands for, right?
All right.
And he's like, Christina. I think, yeah, I think, because I know there's a couple moments where his future self asks him a question, pauses.
Knows answers.
Yeah, the Okarin that we know is answers, and then he's like, bingo. as if he just knew he was going to answer it correctly.
Uh-huh.
And then he says the target world line's name comes from you. Do you care to guess its significance? And then he says there is none. But at the same time, we as the viewers know that the idea that is being posited is anything but insignificant. And so you to frame that word as though it is insignificant when really it has the most significance out of anything in that world.
You're talking about Steins
It's
Gate?
fucking crazy. Yeah, Steins Gate.
But he made it up. This is why he said it's none. Steins Gate is...
Yeah, but he did make it up, but it
Right.
still has come to represent like the most important concept.
Yeah, it's like
in
a
all of
safe
humanity.
haven now for folks to
Yeah.
get to. For time travelers to get to. Dimension
Think of that,
travelers.
man. Oh my god, dude. It's fucking insane.
It is actually insane.
Good.
Yeah. He literally just belittled his own thing, of course, but we know how significant that shit is. Yeah. Because his mission is to get there. Like, he even asked, like, as they're blinking to fucking, what is it, to transport into the past. He's like, is this Steins Gate? And she's like, no, I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof, the final. No, okay, I'll leave the final for the final scene. He mentioned it again, fucking beautifully. Christian, this was a love story. This was a love story wrapped in some extremely
Scientific.
beautifully scientifically written plot.
Which-
This was a fucking love story.
Which
Bro.
again, the Einstein's theory of relativity, that is romantic.
No MC
The
equals
whole show.
code like an MTV show. I mean, that's J. Cole. Anyway, Christian, I'm gonna let you go back. Sorry. He said Einstein, theory of relativity, no MC equals. That's in Johnny P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher, but it is what it is, Christian. Go ahead. Take it away. I'm so sorry. Christian, if you say something that resembles a lyric that I know, it's from J. Cole, Christian, the only half black, half white guy that is invited to the cookout. But anyway, go ahead, Christian.
What? No, but no. I was just saying. I was just saying that it's because you were saying how it's a love story wrapped in science, and that's literally what it's the beautiful way that that Makise mentioned Einstein's theory of relativity being romantic. I love the idea. Overall, just love it. Love it.
This was beautiful. This was fucking beautiful. This was well done. I have one bad thing about this. Not even a bad thing. Like, again, I said I would have preferred he died, but then we went over it. It wouldn't have made sense, so I guess he's not. But that's the thing. Him staying alive, that doesn't make sense to me. There's an amount of blood that someone is already losing to dig their hands inside of their body to create more blood because she has to be in a pool of blood for his past self to think she's dead. Like, Suzuha didn't have tools on that ship. She's like, hey, I know I'm able to stabilize this for now. Once you get there, stabilize it with what? Like
Well,
how?
I mean, remember, she is from the future, futuristic technology.
I understand all that. Also, that's not what this is about. This is just my brain. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, have you ever seen Fight Club, Christian? It's a movie called Fight Club.
Isn't the number one rule not to talk about Fight Club?
Ooh, what the fuck, Christian? That is a thing in there. Yeah, it's Brad Pitt and Primal Fear. Ed Norton. Primal Fear. You remember Primal Fear? Aaron never existed, bro. Okay, this might be one of the next movies we do. I like Primal Fear. Yeah, I hated the end of Fight Club because he didn't die. I'm like, it would have been better if he died when he shot himself. But regardless, that's just me. That's a whole different thing. But for this one, it is what it is. He had to stay alive for his sake. But it was just drastic. You know, he's not only bleeding, and he had to stop to see his past self to make sure that everything's good, that he sees it. He's losing more blood even. I don't know. That to me was just like, that's a stretch. You should be dead. But aside from that, Psy, Kongru. It's fucking sick, man. It's sick. And the girl that we saw in the beginning on the roof was Suzuha this whole time. They have her wear the gloves again. They have her wear the hat. I always look out for little mistakes. I didn't like that they didn't show me Makise pulling him out after he went after her dad publicly and be like, hey, you were trying to tell me something. But regardless, didn't have to show me that. It is what it is. I wanted to re-see that and watch that interaction.
I feel like they showed enough.
They showed it enough. You know, I'm never satisfied. It is what it's just. That sounds so weird. It is what it is, Christian. It's a hard life. Yes. Yeah, he freaking does that. Mayuri slaps him. That's assault, but it is what it is. I don't know what is she doing, but he needed to hear that. Like, you're not quitting. Just no. You're gonna have to go back. You just killed this chick. Now you gotta unkill this chick. Just. No. This was a lot. I had to watch this twice, by the way, to understand why Dr. Nakabachi was caught. I was like, this doesn't make sense because this is quick, right?
Caught.
Like, yes, no, he wasn't caught. To understand why the the mission was successful. Now,
there was two factors.
They give you the factors. The Metal Oompa, that's fine, but the news is like 10 seconds at most in both world lines for you to understand what I guess for some folks might get it. For me, I watched it twice. So this is what happened. Christian, you already know this. It is what it is, right? The Metal Oompa that Mayuri got and lost, Dr. Nakabachi. Is that how you pronounce my boy's name? We don't like him, so I don't need to pronounce his name right. He's a deadbeat dad. So by having the Metal Oompa in his luggage, the luggage was set on fire because the luggage was on a cargo. Like, not assuming. In this world, luggages go on cargoes on boats and people go on plane. They fly. In the reality, the world line where World War III happened, because the metal detector, beep, 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 this can go down, you need to take this with you on the plane. So for that reason, he traveled with his luggage up on the plane with him, made it to Russia with the paper that Makise wrote intact, not burnt. The other world line where Okarin goes in, make sure to take out the metal Oompa so that Mayuri doesn't have it, leave the plastic one. He ends up taking that plastic Oompa. For that reason, there's no metal detectors, there's no metal. So his luggage was able to go on the cargo while he flew on the plane. So he got to Russia, cargo got burnt with his luggage, which had what is it, Christian? Which had the paper that Makise wrote, the theory in it. It actually took me 2 watches to understand, like, like the mission was successful, but how? Like, like
Yeah.
what? I don't understand. Like, yeah, but I got it. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah. So many
it's
layers to this.
right.
Like
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's not
saying earlier.
that's
Like
not
how
clear.
do you
That's actually
like
not clear to
well
some. That wasn't clear to me. I was like, wait, what? Car
yeah,
set on
like
fire, metal detector. What are you talking about? He's on a plane. That's what I thought. But
yeah, and these are things that have to be set up at the very beginning. Like you have to make sure that your story hits these beats. And it's like, oh, it's great. It's amazing.
this
Because
was a
there's a lot of like there's a lot of turns. Like you think it's going one way and then it ends up going a different way. Like it's fucking awesome.
it is
Don't
extremely
stop
awesome.
listening to it.
That is a fact. No, Christian, you're right about that. It's fucking awesome. This was great. Now, some stuff, right? Let's get to the bads. Not bads. You know, I critique shit that I like. It is what it is. Nobody gives a fuck. But anyway, so we mentioned, right? There's no way he should have died. I'll let go of that. That's true. That makes sense. Mr. Braun, Christian. CERN has been operating forever. CERN got tipped off about time traveling when Okarin sent the first D-mail connected to the sound wave. D-mail unsent. CERN is no longer tipped off, but CERN is operating. Why does Mr. Braun seems loving and offered Moeka a job? Like, that didn't undo his personality. That just undid a D-mail where time traveling never existed.
Well,
So,
it did. It also undid many circumstances. So for all we know in this world line, Mr. Braun is not working with CERN.
How? It didn't go that far back. CERN's been there since 1970 something.
But we don't know. I guess. Oh yeah, I guess part of his backstory, he did say that, like,
As a little
reached
kid,
out
they
to
found
him.
him. Yeah, the
Well,
rope analogy was fucking beautiful. But
I don't know
yeah,
if it was a little kid, but yeah, probably like shortly after. Mr. Braun.
it is what it is. But it's fine. It might be explained. I'll rewatch. There's nothing to rewatch. Like, no, I guess I'll rewatch. I'll rewatch the episode where he got his identity was made. Well, not made. He told them flat out. Like M4, I wrote this shit to make it feel like you were a mom. I guess I'll rewatch that because yeah, I'm like I understand you changed. The future is no longer sad. That doesn't mean the past. Because CERN is still a company. CERN just never got a whiff of time traveling activities because you never did that email, but they're still there. Mr. Braun told Moeka, there's plenty before you. That's just what I do. I just tailor messages to accommodate the fucking. What is it, Christian?
Wait,
What do you want?
hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, you're looking into it?
CERN?
You're looking... Okay.
No, I'm just thinking. CERN did those experiments with the gel people,
Mm-hmm.
which means that they were studying time travel back then.
Yes.
They had a means to go back in time.
She
Now,
undid it. She went back and undid it. Suzanne did that.
Exactly. So
So they never did those experiments.
exactly. So they would not need people like Mr. Braun, because I'm
So-
thinking if
Okay,
they,
okay.
you see where I'm going with this, like,
Christian, of course. Christian, I taught you these things. I see where you're going.
oh, fuck off. But yeah, I think you get where I was going. Like it's there's probably an answer somewhere in there, but it just takes a lot of thinking.
Okay, I like this. You're out here just you're covering Steins Gate's ass nicely, actually. Just anything I bring up, like your answers make sense. Okay, we knocked that off. I have 3 more shit that's wrong with this plot. Okay, but anyway, let's move on to the next one. No, this was sick. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I love this a lot. I don't rewatch. I do rewatch shows. What am I talking about? I watch Billions 3 times. I'm like I don't rewatch. And this is a short watch. Yeah, if I have time, because I'm extremely busy. I'm extremely busy these days. But if I have time, I can see me rewatching some episodes. Like episode 22, I will for sure rewatch that. Heartbreaking. The
Yeah,
episode when
I'll
they
probably-
found Mr. Braun, I'll rewatch that.
And I'm sure I'm gonna watch Steins Gate 0 too. Probably like I should watch it relatively soon so that things are still fresh in my mind. Because I remember when I watched this show for the second time, immediately after I was like, all right, I gotta watch Steins Gate 0, but I never got to. So I mean, it's marked as a sequel on Google, and it says
Elsai Gonger.
something about a reality where Okabe failed to save Kurisu.
Oh man, so he's finally dark.
I
Well-
remember reading that this one was this one was pretty dark. I remember reading that.
Daru's
So-
actually with his 2D girlfriends. Interesting. No, this was.
Yeah,
good.
I was also. I remember I was hoping that because they never tell us who Daru's wife is. I was hoping that it'd be Ferris. I feel like that'd be
Ooh,
very
I thought even darker than that, Christian.
darker. Oh, Mayuri?
Yeah.
What? No.
I don't know.
Fuck outta here.
Listen, Christian, as pervy and extremely like salacious as he's so vocally salacious, she seemed to She giggled. Oh, Daru. Oh, Daru. I said, I don't know. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Or Mohica? God, Christian, the
Mohica,
way,
yeah.
the way the animators or whatever you call these folks that draw these things, respect to them, animators, yes. Oof. Christian, after he gives her the pen, the cameraman knew the job, knew the task at hand, and show us this angle of the miniskirt. Like, this sexualizes Mohica so much, but it doesn't go to her personality, which makes it even hotter. She's not flaunting. She's a very shy girl, but it's like, bro, why do you have so much curves, girl? Like, why? Why do you have an ass? Like, why do you have an ass? Like, just like, why? Like, oh, it doesn't make sense,
She has that futuristic assassin build.
bro. Like, what? No, the cameraman, Christian, episode 24, the last 2-3 minutes as he's distributing pins. She's like, thank you. Instead of showing us her face saying thank you, the cameraman's like, no, I know why y'all came here. he's like, hold up, let me get in position. You can't see me, but I'm like moving in the chair. I'm like, he's like, hold up, go, cut. Some crazy shit. It's some crazy shit. It was
that pin scene. I loved it. And then he runs into Makise again on the street, and then he gives her the final pin. And then he says, also, you remember how in the first episode they showed us the tower, the telephone pole. Forgot to mention this. Yeah, and like before he said bye to Makise, they flashed the same imagery. And she was like, well, maybe I exist in a world line. I don't just blip out of nowhere. So I love that we saw that again here. And then he says the same line. Well, actually, I don't think we saw the imagery, but the same line he said in episode 1. Perhaps the universe can't be infinite. Go ahead.
Actually, Christian, you've been taking all the lines.
Nope, you got it. I know, I've been taking all the good lines. You can have this one.
Christian, he said, perhaps the universe can justifiably be called infinite, but the possibilities within it, different story altogether. That much I've learned. This is the choice of Steins Gate.
Damn.
I live for this shit. Woo! Christian, this is a love story. Like, Romeo and Juliet has nothing on this.
The circle completed itself.
The Notebook, Rachel McAdams cheating on her fucking fiance. Nobody gives a fuck about. This has nothing on this.
The circle completed itself.
Bro.
This was the choice of Steins Gate.
This was the choice of Steins Gate. Oin. Doctor. No, Christian, this was good. Yeah, we've beat down these 3 episodes. There's no more fight in them.
Covered a lot.
Yeah, we covered a lot. What we didn't cover probably was not everything was significant, but yeah, it looks like we got everything we needed to get. But yeah, this no man, this was good. I'm actually gonna miss the show. He's not kidding, folks. Like, you might not hear from me again. They don't know what I go through. It is what it is.
Well, but, hey man, I gotta convince my past self that he died. So by actually killing you.
Because your past self is smart enough to check for pulses. Imagine Okabe actually checked for pulses. Like for season 2, it's like we're still not in the clear. Yeah, that bitch looked dead, but there were pulses in her vein. Like, I don't know, maybe she passed out. I don't know what she is. She was sleeping in blood. I don't know if it's a fetish. Anyway, it is what it is. But crazy stuff. This was great. I love this a lot. Yeah, we move on to the next round. Yes, folks, I said this at the end of fuck it. So this is what we do here, storyalysis, right? This is different pit stops of different things. Anime is for sure going to be a constant on this channel. Yes, that is a fact. But every now and then we'll dabble in other cute things like movies, TV shows.
Boo. Boo. Dislike the video.
Alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to sleep. It's been real. Christian, what do you have to say for yourself?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing at all, Christian. Nothing at fucking all. It is what it is. I'm done. Alright, good night. I'm going to sleep. Alright, bye. Bye.